Hello, beautiful people. Today's yoga flow will be a quick and effective way to bring strength and balance to your body. Not only will this yoga flow give you strength and balance, but it'll also allow you to bring in body and mind awareness to your day. So when you're ready, let's roll out your mats and begin. Begin at the top of your mats, palms facing forward. Really just taking this time to ground yourself, feeling your feet on the mat, and taking deep breaths in and out. Lifting the leg up, we are moving into tree pose. You can either rest your foot on your calf or on your thigh, depending on where you're at in your practice and where you're comfortable. Inhale in, we are reaching the arms over the head and bringing them into center. Use this time to really find your balance and ground yourself as well. Slowly lowering the leg, we're going to take an inhale in, reaching the arms over the head, and exhale out into forward fold. Bending the knees, taking an inhale in, we are either going to step back or hop back into a plank. Moving into the chaturanga, taking a deep inhale in into upward facing dog. Taking a deep inhale in and exhaling out into downward facing dog. Take the time to really feel those hamstrings stretching. We are then going to bend the knees, slightly hovering them above your mat. Back to downward facing dog. Bend the knees, hover over the mat, back to downward facing dog. Repeat this one more time. Back to downward facing dog. Now we are going to step towards the middle of our hands, or you can hop, doing whatever you are comfortable with doing, into a forward fold, grabbing the back of your legs, really just deepening up that stretch. Coming up with an inhale in, reaching the arms over your head, and exhale out, bringing your knee to your belly. Bringing our hands to our heart, we are then going to move into Warrior 3. Reaching the arms straight out over our head, then bending the knee into Warrior 1. Pushing our body forward, we are then going back into Warrior 3, and then bending the knee back into Warrior 1. This does take a little bit of practice, so it's okay if you wobble here and there or even fall out. Just regain your balance and keep on breathing. Bringing that knee back to our belly, we are going to grab our foot with our left arm, going into full extension. If you're in full extension, then the opposite arm should be behind you. If you're not, that's completely okay. This time, bending the knee, we are going to be placing our foot on top of our left hip, and if it's within your practice, reach behind you with your right arm and hold onto your foot, making sure you're keeping your left arm in heart center. Really just breathing, feeling that stretch, making sure you're keeping your balance. If it's also within your practice, you can let go of your foot, bringing both hands to center. Slowly lowering the leg back down, taking a deep breath in, reaching the arms over the head and exhaling out into forward fold. Stepping back or hopping back into a plank, then to chaturanga, taking an inhale into upward facing dog, exhaling out to downward facing dog. Feeling those hamstrings stretch. Hopping to the middle of your hands into forward fold, We are now going to prepare our left leg. Inhale in, reaching the arms over the head. Exhale out, bringing that knee to your belly. Placing hands in heart or center, moving into warrior 3. Then bending the knee to warrior 1. You can either have your arms above your head or still in heart. Move back to warrior 3. Going to warrior 1. Going into warrior 3 one more time. We are then going to bring that knee to our belly again, reaching with our right arm, putting that leg directly in front of us. If you're in full extension, your left arm should be directly behind you. Bending that knee one more time, placing that foot on top of your right hip, reaching behind you with your left arm, grabbing your foot, and bringing that right hand to heart. Really just feeling your balance in this half lotus pose. If the bind is too much for you, for your practice, you don't have to be in the bind, just try to hold your pose. And if it's within your practice, let go of your foot, trying to keep that foot still on top of your hip. Lowering the leg, deep inhale in and exhale out to forward fold. Stepping back into upward plank, going into chaturanga, inhaling into upward facing dog, exhaling out to downward facing dog. We are going to challenge ourselves one more time, taking 2 steps forwards to the center of your mat, heels still off the ground. We are now moving into crow. Placing your knees at the top of your triceps, you're going to lift 1 foot off the mat at a time. If you can't lift both, just lift 1. Then hopping back into upward facing dog. Good job, y'all. That was very beautiful. Exhaling out one more time to downward facing dog. We're now going to shift our weight from our hands to our elbows into dolphin pose. Really just deepening up this stretch, feeling those hamstrings stretch. Continue to breathe. Deep breaths in and out. We are now going to move to a plank position. Really just engaging in that core. Make sure you're bringing that belly button all the way to your back. Breathing in and out. Coming back up to our hands. We are then going into chaturanga, to upward facing dog. Going back down to downward facing dog. And what a beautiful job. Step to the center of your mat and sit down in butterfly. Now you can bounce your legs here. You can rock side to side. You can move in circular motions. Just do whatever feels best for you. Then slowly bring your forehead to the ground, making sure you're going down through your hips and not your upper back. Really allow yourself to feel this stretch. Feel your hips opening up breathing into this pose. Wonderful job. Slowly coming back up. You can either lie down flat on your back or stay seated. I'm going to move into lotus pose. Really just allowing my mind to rest. Listening to my breath. Taking deep breaths in and out. Relaxing my body, my mind. Being thankful for the body that I've been given. Feeling my heart. That is all for today's video. Thank you so much for flowing with me today. I really hope you enjoyed it. Namaste.